I appreciate your stopping by, Mr. C. I got something I need to check out with you.
Never needed an excuse to see the two of you. Give me a kiss.
No, you don't need an excuse. Cruz didn't tell me you were coming.
What is so mysterious? Come on, what's it about?
Well, I'm sure it's probably about the wedding or about the security operations at the Capitol Hotel.
Actually, it's about neither of those things, although I wish it were.
Oh, Cruz.
Well, I'm sorry, Eden, but I need to, I want to help avoid a potentially ugly situation.
All right, my boy. Obviously, it's about me, so why don't you tell me what you're talking about?
Mr. C, I need to know everything you can tell me about Mr. Hal Clark.
Oh, don't tell me. Timmons has gotten to you, too?
Well, nobody got to me. I asked you about Hal Clark because his nephew Scott has asked me to take on the case, and I'm trying to decide whether or not I should.
No, it's a case instead of the ravings of our lunatic DA trying to discredit the Capitol name any way he can. Look, there is nobody. There is no evidence of foul play. Nothing has come up in 30 years, and I am all of a sudden a murder suspect.
Well, in Timmons' mind, you apparently are. And this investigation, regardless of how it started, it has a life of its own now. Since it came out that Pamela had an affair with the man shortly before he disappeared.
An extramarital affair doesn't, by definition, include murder, does it?
Of course not, but that doesn't tell us where Keith is coming from.
You mean what you're saying, am I involved in this whole thing? That's what you think he's coming from? Well, let me tell you, I am not involved in any shape or form.
Wait a second, Mr. C. I am on your side.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Cruz. You're, trying to do me a favor, and I'm giving you a hard time. Of course, I'll tell you all I know. Pamela had an affair with, Hal Clark while we were married. I didn't find out about it until after it was all over. Pamela and I already split up. Not because of the affair. I mean, we'd had serious problems before that, and I was already going with Sophia. I heard Hal had left town. That's all. That's the last time I'd ever heard from Hal.
Okay, so you never had any direct confrontation
Cruz,
with
he just told you that he didn't.
Sweetheart, it's all right. It's all right. He's just trying to help, and I appreciate it. No, I never had any confrontation with Hal.
Well, that's all for now. I don't have any questions, time being, beyond that.
You have any more, you call me.
I'll let you know if I decide to take the case.
Yeah. I love you, sweetheart. I'll see you.
Bye, Danny. I love you, too.
It's okay.
Yeah, okay. Take care of yourself.
You do believe him, don't you? If you agree to handle this investigation for Scott, you're much as admitting that you're doubting my father's word.
Wait, hold on a second. Whether or not your father is involved, there is a case here. A man disappeared.
30 years ago.
Well, there's new evidence. Pamela was connected to the guy.
Why does everything bad happen with Pamela? You don't hate that woman. Why does my father have to be hounded for something that she did maybe 30 years ago?
Eden, if I knew for sure that Keith was bluffing, I would let this go, but I don't know for sure. He's obviously acting extremely cocky. Maybe he really has something.
You mean has something on my father?
Well, that's what he's claiming.
And you believe that? That's ridiculous. Why isn't everybody running after Pamela, accusing her?
Baby, if I take this case, if I say yes to Scott, it will be to have a vantage point from which I can keep an eye on Keith, who would be, by the way, only too happy to have me stay out of it. Now, his involvement worries me. It should worry you, too.
How you doing?
Well, you know, I'm still doing my same old juggling act, you know, trying to keep too much up in the air, keep getting hit in the head.
Ouch.
Well, I must have a hard head because I keep coming back for more.
You must think it's worth it.
I don't know, I think Andrew's worth it. I don't know what she thinks. Was she always this bullheaded when you were in school together?
Yes. Oh. We used to lock horns regularly, but everything worked out fine. It really did.
Well, we can work everything out. Can I grab something?
No, I can't.
So? She's just going through a rough time right now. It can't be easy for her trying to make this adjustment into real life after all these years of being an agent.
Well, it's like being in the war, like you were. You had to make an adjustment, but you did it.
Yeah, it took a long time to make that adjustment. I almost didn't do it.
Kane, I don't think Andrea's going to have that hard of a time. After all, she's got you.
I don't think I've been that big a help. You know, but you're right. There's a process you have to go through, and it's slow, and the people around you have to be patient. I just don't think I've been too patient. It's not really my strong suit. I've got to learn. I've got to learn, so otherwise I'm gonna lose her.
I think you will do whatever it takes. And personally, I think you two are really great together.
Thanks. I guess you two didn't have to go through this stage. I mean, you didn't meet Cruz until after he was out of the business.
No. Actually, when we met, it was in Europe, and he was still an agent.
Did he have a difficult time making the transition when he decided to leave?
Well, I wasn't around for most of that time, but he did tell me about it. I know it was difficult for him, as well as his decision to leave.
Why did he leave?
I think it was an ethical choice. Some of the missions he had to participate in really bothered him.
Does he ever talk about them?
No, not in any detail. All I know is that some of the things that they made him do, he wasn't very proud of.
Cruz, is that you?
Andrea. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see you.
Well, yeah, I noticed. Is everything okay?
Yeah, I just was having a meeting with an old friend of mine from the department. I was trying to catch up on what's been going on down there.
You miss it? Miss being a cop?
Parts of it. Don't do something for that long without... Well, you know.
I know. I have some news for you.
What's that?
Richard may be alive. They think that there is a good possibility that he survived the jump from the plane.
Oh, be damned. Why am I not surprised? Well, you must feel pretty good about that, right? That gives you one more chance to find out what he knows.
I have been going out of my head waiting to hear from these guys. I mean, it's all I think about. Here I've been putting my life on hold, you know, thinking that I had years of searching ahead of me. But if it's true and he's alive, well, then this whole thing could be over very, very soon.
You waiting for Kane?
No. No, actually, I had a meeting with Pamela Conrad about the wildlife area she's trying to turn into a country club, but she's not here. Which is kind of funny because the maitre d' just told me that she was here with C.C. Capel not too long ago. You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just, I gotta get going. Listen, it was good seeing you. I hope you get what you're looking for. See you.
Well, that means he made a safe landing. He's alive. That's incredible. Look, you will let me know the minute you spot him. Yes, I will be waiting. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hi.
Hi.
How'd the meeting with Pamela go?
We didn't. She wasn't there. Something must have come up.
Oh, that's too bad. Everything okay?
Yeah, everything is fine. Just fine.
Hi.
Hi.
Kane came by to see you, but he had to leave.
Well, I'll catch up with him later. Listen, we have to talk.
Sounds serious.
It is. I just had lunch with Jack Spole, and he's an old friend of mine from the department, and he laid it out pretty clear. Keith is making a big production out of this investigation into Hal Clark's disappearance. He's been requesting all sorts of old records and acting like he's on to something really big.
Did Jack mention my father's name?
No. I guess Timmons is being closed-mouthed about the direction the investigation is actually headed, except, of course, for bragging to me about it. And, Eden, I just don't think I can afford to walk away from this. I'm going to have to get involved. I mean, that way, if Timmons is going to try to twist the truth and hang something on your father, at least somebody from the family would be in a position to see it coming.
Does this deal also protect Pamela?
Well, I suppose it's possible she'll benefit from my intervention, but I'm not really interested in what happens to her one way or the other.
Well, then I think you should take the case. On one condition.
What's that?
That whoever this involves, or wherever this takes you, that it won't interfere with our wedding.
Yeah, well, history notwithstanding, nothing is gonna get in the way of our wedding. I guarantee you that.
Guarantee me?
I guarantee.